Oh, sorry. To BeeTv News at 3, I am Evelyn Isabelu. And now to the news in details. Political leaders and sympathizers have gathered in the Aluson community of Egon local government area, Nasarawa State, to bid farewell to former Deputy Governor Senator Solomon Ewuga. The late Ewuga, who died at the age of 70, was honored and remembered for his dedicated service, humility, and remarkable contributions to the development of both the state and the nation. The report. A solemn atmosphere at the Evangelical Reformed Church of Christ as family, friends, and political leaders paid their final respect to Senator Solomon Ewuga. The church auditorium overflowed with sympathizers. Among them are the National Chairman of the All Progressive Congress (APC), Governor Abdullah, former Minister of Information Lab, and two former governors of Nasarawa State, Abdullahi Adamu and Tanko Al-Mak. One of mixed reaction, a farewell to a husband and a leader whose compassion touched countless lives. In a sermon titled From Dusk to Dawn, General Secretary of ERCC urged believers to live exemplary lives and to remember that life's true reward lies beyond earthly achievements.
In the Nigeria context, where many measure worth by wealth, position, tribe, or education, we must remember that all men share one humble origin, dust. God alone gives life.
The service ended with a solemn moment of silence as the congregation reflected on Ewuga's former presidential candidate Omoyele Sowore was cautioned against celebrating the recent warning issued by U.S. President Donald Trump. President Trump has designated Nigeria as a country of particular concern just 24 hours after accusing the Nigerian government of ignoring attacks on Christians. However, Mr. Sowore stated that regardless of one's faith, whether Christian, Muslim, animist, or non-religious, such rhetoric should not be celebrated. He pointed out that the United States and its allies have a long history of military interventions that often leave affected nations even more unstable. The Delta State government has reiterated its stance that community leaders and local authorities must ensure that no development fees are collected at construction sites across the state. The Director General of Delta State Orientation and Communication Bureau, Fred Latimore Ogenesibe, emphasized that such fees are prohibited under the Delta State and Public and Private Properties Protection Law of 2018, which outlaws levies at construction sites, including the commonly imposed 10% charge on land sales. Mr. Ogenesibe emphasized and explained that the government's goal is to foster a secure and investor-friendly environment. He made the remarks while reacting to recent incidents of violence. He further recommended a multifaceted strategy to enhance national security, including the use of AI-powered surveillance system, upgraded immigration control, and the protection of all citizens regardless of their faith. Moving on to the next report, the Nigerian Railway Corporation (NRC) has suspended train operation along the Warri-Itakpe route following the derailment of one of its trains on Saturday evening. In a statement issued on Sunday, the agency confirmed that 2 trains, 7 coaches derailed at kilometer 212 plus 8 meter Agbo in Delta State. Preliminary investigation indicates that the incident may have been caused by unsuspected track vandalism. The managing director of the Nigerian Railway Corporation, Kayode Opeifa, said all passengers were safely evacuated and accounted for after the derailment. He added that recovery team assisted by security personnel have been working at the site and that operations will resume once a comprehensive security and safety audit of the track is completed. The incident occurred just 4 days after the NRC resumed services on the route on October 29 following a suspension that began on August 2nd due to recurring technical faults. The Warri-Itakpe line is the longest of Nigerian 3 modern train routes spanning over 300 kilometers. As the world marks the 2025 International Day to End Impunity for Crimes Against Journalists, the NUJF City Council has called for stronger protection of media professionals. Council Secretary Jide Oyekunle condemned rising harassment and attacks on journalists, calling them threats to democracy and free speech. In Lagos, the Commissioner of Police stated that no protest will be allowed. He made a statement today while leading officers to the Oworoshoki area of Lagos. Personnel had been deployed to strategic locations across the state following intelligence reports that some individuals were planning to stage a protest. Commission INEC has reaffirmed its readiness for the Anambra State governorship election, assuring citizens and stakeholders of a peaceful, transparent, and credible process of November 8. INEC Chairman Professor Joash Amupitan gave the assurance during a high-level inspection visit to the Commission's state office in Okada State Capital ahead of the stakeholders meeting scheduled for tomorrow. The election will hold on November 3rd. INEC dismissed attempt to discredit the process, reaffirming its commitment to its mandate. Anambra's Rec. Elizabeth Agu confirmed that all non-sensitive materials are distributed and the BVAS fully tested and ready. and but not evacuated by the national grid. BeeTv News Temi Tokwe Oluwafemi has the details. Segments, Japan Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi announced on Monday that she has formally requested a meeting with North Korean leader Kim Jong in an effort to resolve the long-standing and emotionally charged issue of Japanese citizens adopted by Pyongyang decades ago. Speaking at the public awareness event in Tokyo dedicated to the abduction issue, Takaichi emphasized her determination to seek direct dialogue with Kim, describing the move as a crucial step towards improving bilateral relations between Japan and North Korea. The Prime Minister's statement marks the latest in a series of diplomatic efforts by Tokyo to bring closure to the decades-old case that has strained relations between the two countries since the Cold War era. North Korea's adoption of Japanese nationals dates back to the 1970s and 1980s when its agent kidnapped and Prime Minister Junichiro Koizumi groundbreaking visit to Pyongyang that same year, during which he met with Kim Jong II, the late father of the current North Korean leader. However, Tokyo maintained that at least 17 Japanese citizens were abducted, while some advocacy groups the report. In the video, Tiwa appeared relaxed and casual, showing visible redness from the procedure, a move that earned her both praise and criticism. While many commended her for promoting authenticity and normalizing the realities of skincare treatments, others accused her of attention-seeking, calling the post unnecessary and possibly a publicity stunt. Engineer Shingo Wigwe, father of the late Access Bank CEO Herbert Wigwe, has